Hey folks, and welcome to another weekly update with myself, Sarah Lean. I probably say this every Friday, but I can't believe we're at another Friday and the week has rolled by. It's been a hectic week for me personally, in a good way, totally in a good way. Just lots of things happening at Octopus Deploy, lots of ideas, lots of team collaboration, lots of inspiration and talking points and just learning. It's actually been a really good week. I've got down and dirty with some technology and I have completely loved it. It's re-energised me. It's definitely made me more positive about just life in general. To be honest, I'm really enjoying what I'm doing at Octopus Deploy, and yeah, it's going well, if not a little bit hectic. But in terms of this week, in the tech news, we've obviously had Microsoft Ignite happening, the virtual conference, and I haven't kept up to date with all of that. I'll be truly transparent. A lot of what I wanted to see, the sessions that I had added to my backpacker schedule, were actually happening late at night, like 9:30, 10 p.m. And I decided that, you know what, I'll catch them on demand. I don't need to be here all the time. Nothing new is necessarily going to affect me in the next couple of days, so I'll catch up on demand. I think we saw one of the announcements at Ignite was that SQL Server 2022 is now in preview, and that's going to integrate with Synapse Link and Azure Purview. So I'm guessing that, you know, they're thinking about that hybrid capability. They're thinking about people transitioning while still having their on-prem environment. So there's lots of integration there between your traditional on-prem or on-premises environment and your future cloud environment as well. We also seen Logic apps can now run in a fully disconnected fashion on Azure Arc, and I think this has been touted or talked about before, where, you know, Azure Arc is going to be that cornerstone or bit of technology that you have in your on-prem environment that links your cloud environment. We've also seen with Azure Arc VMware integration. Now, I haven't seen the demo or the session covering this, so I just read the news, but it looks like it's not just about the virtual machine within your VMware environment. It's actually starting to integrate a bit more with your vSphere environment as well, and giving you a bit more visibility, maybe even control over that vCenter environment as well. So again, more integrations with Azure Arc, linking towards that hybrid cloud scenario that Microsoft are working towards, with people that are still wanting to use their existing environment, but also leverage bits of the cloud as well. With Azure Stack HCI, we've also got Azure Virtual Desktop. It's going to be on preview on that. So again, being able to take that cloud service and run it in your own environment. I think we can see the link here. We can see the theme that's been happening at Ignite this week. It's all about hybrid. It's all about those hybrid capabilities and making sure that people who, again, want to stay on-prem can stay on-prem, but leverage parts of the cloud and the cooler technology and the newer technology that's coming out. I think we've started to look at some of the productivity. So there's some things around Microsoft Teams and some of the Office suite. So there's a recording studio going to be inside PowerPoint. So there's going to be a record button inside PowerPoint. So if, like me, you often record your talks, so you have to pre-record or even record them for practice rehearsals and send to other people for feedback, there's going to be a recording button inside your PowerPoint. So this is a nice to have, I think. It'll be interesting to see if it's any better than something like Camtasia that I usually use to record my presentations, or if it's not a fair comparison towards Camtasia's recording capabilities inside PowerPoint. That feature's not going to be out until early 2022, so we'll see when it comes out. Obviously, the big one that we've probably all seen, the very cool and very expensive looking advert for Microsoft Loop. Now, I'm a bit sceptical about this. This looks like another addition, another app that I'm going to have to use to help aid my productivity. I'm not entirely sure the purpose of it, to be quite honest. I know it's all about collaboration. It's all about helping people who are not working together, not working side by side in an office somewhere anymore, and basically working where you are. But I'm still to be sold the benefits of it, to be quite honest. It'll be interesting to see when it comes out, when we get more information about it, when we see actually some product rather than the marketing adverts. But yeah, we will see what that actually does and whether people adopt it, or whether it's just one of those technologies that people have access to but don't actually use because they're quite happy with the working methodologies that they have already. In terms of Teams, we've saw a bunch of announcements around this. Two that struck out to me that I don't think a lot of people are talking about, that I just noticed on my Twitter feed, is we now have a send later button. So if you're messaging someone, say on the other side of the world from you, that's in a different time zone, and you want to try and respect their working hours, so not have a message pop up for them out of hours, you can delay that and send that message later. Again, this will be interesting to see how that works, and whether if you schedule a message to be sent from Teams at a time when your laptop, your device, your desktop is actually powered off, because Teams is a cloud service, will it still respect that? Will it still have that? That's something that I would love to know about, because I don't leave my laptop on overnight once I log off. So if it doesn't respect that, I'm still going to send that message right away when I'm online, regardless of other people's working hours, and hope that they have the right boundaries set up so that they're not getting disturbed by my message pinging up. When you are setting up a meeting within Teams, we see that you can now actually put in roles to the attendees. So you can assign co-presenter, core meeting organiser, presenter type roles to people when you are actually creating that meeting, which is actually a very cool feature, because it means that you can set the right level of access to people, and you can set that ahead of time. So if you are co-presenting with someone and maybe you're late, you can start to allow people into the meeting. If you have that set up, so as that people don't join before you do as the host and things like that, that's going to be really useful, I think, for a lot of productivity and a lot of maybe external meetings that you have set up with people outside of your organisation. So that's two cool things. We've also got this aviator or 3D kind of aviator that you can use within Teams. So rather than having just that static picture of yourself or your camera on, we're going to have like a 3D model, 3D aviator type thing. Seen a lot of, I want to say, hate for that feature coming to Teams. I am on the fence about it, to be honest. I don't think I would ever use it. I'm not into that virtual headset and VR type virtual reality kind of world. So if it's linked to any of that, it's probably not going to be something that I would use or really need, to be quite honest. I am comfortable having my camera on. If I don't want my camera on, it doesn't go on, and the people in the meeting will just have to respect that. And I think that's just something that we have nowadays. The aviator thing, I would have loved Microsoft to have spent a bit more time on other things that aren't right within Teams, rather than develop this other feature that could potentially maybe make the desktop app a bit clunkier, a bit slower. Who knows, right? We will see when it comes out. I think a lot of these features are slated for early 2022, so time will tell. But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts, love to hear your feedback on the Ignite announcements. Do you love them? Do you hate them? Was there things that you were expecting that you didn't see? Yeah, hit me up, let me know in the comments box below. I will probably not be around next week for my weekly update. I am going away with my family for a few days, and I think I won't have the time to do this and edit it and just have this on my schedule. So apologies if you don't see a video from me next week, but yeah, I will be off enjoying myself with the family in the north of Scotland. So yeah, have a good one everybody, and I will catch you when I catch you.